Tuck Everlasting is a classic children's novel and now a new movie from Disney. It's the story of a sheltered young girl who falls in love with a boy who never ages and will never die. Alexis Bledel of the WB's Gilmore Girls stars as the young woman at the center of that fantasy.
No.
What?
You don't want that water. It's poison.
I saw you drink some.
Why, now I'm feeling sick.
You don't look ill. I'm dry as dust.
I said, leave it alone!
Let go of me! My father would have you arrested!
What? You're not gonna go and tell him now, are you? Hey, come back! Don't run away!
Alexis Bledel, good morning.
Morning.
Tell us the story of Tuck Everlasting for people who look at this clip and aren't quite sure what to make of it.
It's about a family, the Tuck family, who has encountered a fountain of youth and they drink from it and they're immortal. And my character comes across their family and meets the son, which you just saw in the clip, and falls in love with him. But it's a secret that they're immortal. Nobody's supposed to know because it could be potentially dangerous, and it's a closely guarded secret. And
then your character gets the choice, if you will, of do I drink from this well and change my life forever?
Yeah, she has to choose between, the guy she loves or her having, the natural course of her life play out.
It's interesting because, people always try to draw parallels between, movies and real life, but here you are, you're 21. You didn't grow up wanting to be an actress, and yet life kind of took you in that direction.
Right, yeah, it just kind of happened. I knew I wanted to work in the film industry in some way. I went to film school and I wasn't really sure in what way, and then Gilmore Girls just kind of happened, and so I started acting and it became more clear.
Well, you mentioned Gilmore Girls because you have this huge fan club. All these young kids, they're crazy about your character in this, Rory. And tell me about that as compared to this character, Winifred.
She's a different kind of teenager because she's a little more rebellious than my character in Gilmore Girls, and she's of course she grows up in a different time. It takes place at the turn of the century, and so and it's a completely different kind of story too. It's sort of a fairy tale type of thing with a love story mixed in there. There's lots of good stuff.
There are all these big name actors in Tuck Everlasting: William Hurt, Sissy Spacek, Ben Kingsley. Let's play a clip of you and Ben Kingsley together.
You'll never catch one that way.
Do you know about catching fireflies?
Afraid not, never tried. I prefer bigger game, though I suspect the strategy's much the same.
Strategy?
One must never announce one's presence to the prey. One must become part of the scenery. Invisible. One must disappear. And be patient until the exact right moment arrives.
What's it like watching that? You've only had 2 acting roles in your entire life, and here you are face to face with Ben Kingsley.
That was a fun scene to shoot, actually. That was my first scene with Ben in the movie, and he was, and I was really nervous, and he was kind of making fun of me, like in a good way, kind of trying to calm me down, just kind of joking around and stuff, and he has this great dry sense of humor that all the British have, so he was just kind of helping me out, and it was a really fun scene to shoot.
So you're nervous, and what does Ben say to you to say, hey, it's okay, kid?
I don't know. He's just giving me a hard time for being nervous. He was like, relax, just do your thing, and I don't know. He was very supportive, very helpful.
You were saying earlier that you were in film school. You went and auditioned sort of as a favor to someone else for Gilmore Girls, right?
Oh, I don't know. It was probably for myself more than anyone else. Just I was just kind of exploring my options. I had modeled when I was in high school, and I was going to college, but it was a lot of class time, so I wanted to do something else that I could support myself better doing. So it turned out to be acting. So
like your character in Tuck Everlasting, do you want to keep drinking from this well? Is this what you now want to do with your life?
Yeah, I'm going to keep doing this for a little while. I think it's kind of working out, so I might keep doing this for a while.
Alexis, thanks so much.
Thank you.
The film again is Tuck Everlasting. It opens at theaters this weekend. Up next, senior-friendly